Welcome to Leafs Reaction. Today, we're going to talk about why are Leafs fans so toxic, Gusev signs a PTO, and a Leafs prospect tournament update. Let's get right into it. So let's start with, are Leaf fans toxic? And, if you look through it, let's just start with Austin Matthews and his wrist injury, right? Some fans, majority of fans, why not get it a month ago? Why not get it right at the end of the season? And you think, Leafs fans typically would be a toxic group. However, I'm going to be honest with you. From Leafs fans, it's not too bad. All right? Yeah, some are like, oh, now we have a playoff excuse, or why didn't we do it a month ago? But then you have others, or some with like the whole jerkin thing. But others actually thought about it. Probably wanted to see if it rehabbed before going under the knife. Maybe there was a setback in his training. I really think actually the most toxic fan base being the Toronto Maple Leafs, it might not even be the Leafs fans themselves. Now, going through Twitter and everything like that, I couldn't find too much on the issue. Yeah, following the Montreal series, I wouldn't even call that toxic. I would just call that disappointment. But are they the most toxic fan base? I don't think so. I think fans around the league, however, might be the most toxic towards the Toronto Maple Leafs. That might be my bias there, but that's how I see it. With what I'm seeing on Twitter and everything, especially with Austin Matthews and the wrist surgery, everyone's quite understanding, and he even came out and said, I rested, I did my workouts, but then when I started to go up a gear, getting ready for the season, it wasn't ready for it. So I elected to have surgery. You have someone like Sidney Crosby, for example, having the same surgery literally after him, and I didn't hear anything. Didn't see anything on Twitter about questioning him, why he did it a month ago, etc. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised with Leafs fans that the toxicity that you would expect, the toxicity that I saw at the end of last season with Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, it's actually kind of calmed down. Now, will it build up before the beginning of the season? Maybe. But in my opinion, Leafs fans, have we got over it? Do we still want Mitch Marner to be traded? I did a little rant video a little while ago where it was Mitch Marner and the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I said, don't trade him. You don't trade the superstar because you're never going to win it. Like when Eichel goes, and he's bound to go from Buffalo, they're not going to win that trade. They're not. And if you look around the league, typically you don't win trades when you get rid of the young superstar. Not a young prospect with potential, a young superstar. Yes, Mitch Marner had a bad playoffs. He did. But I'm going to say it wasn't a bad full playoffs. He had a bad Game 5, 6, and 7. The Leafs had a bad Game 5, 6, and 7. Heck, they came back in Game 5 and Game 6 to blow it. So there's no excuse there. I get why fans were quite upset with him there. Do you know what I mean? But right now, it's a new season now. Throw last season away. And I think fans have actually done that. It's not that bad on Twitter. Now, it might just be what I'm viewing. So let me know down below or show some comments that you've seen. Some are like, I don't like when people comment on, like if he's doing a charity stuff and then talking about last season and whatnot. For me, those aren't Leafs fans. Those are just pricks. And that's just my opinion. Let me know down below what you think of Mitch Marner and the Leafs' toxicity. Are they a toxic fan base? Are they the most toxic fan base? Or are they just the team that everyone likes to hate on in hockey? Again, that might just be my bias, but still, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. But enough about that little ramble. Again, sorry if it was too long. More news for the Leafs. Professional tryout for Nikita Gusev. Why not? It's a PTO. Remember, he's not exclusive to the Leafs. He does the tryout for Toronto. Scouts from other teams hear about it, and maybe he signs somewhere else. Why not? It's more challenge for the rest of the team, for the young guys, for the bubble guys. And just to solidify this roster, maybe they give him a chance. Maybe another team picks him up. I like it. Throwing out PTOs, completely fine with this. He's on a PTO. You got Hosang on a PTO as well, and I'm sure a few others. And let's just summarize the Leafs and their prospect tournament. It's done now. So Game 3, played the Dallas Stars, won 7-3. Yeah, they were outshot, but some defensive woes for Dallas, and Toronto capitalized. Nick Robertson got an early goal. Matt Hellickson, he got his third goal in, I think, 3 games. And the Leafs took it. It was great. And then they play Columbus last night, and they lost in overtime. Columbus didn't put Chinnikov in, who I think he has like 6 points or something like that, maybe more in his games. In the 3 games that he's played, he's been unbelievable. Columbus takes an overtime, and that's it. The Leafs end up 2-0-2 in their little spurt there to the little prospect tournament. Of note, Robertson looked good. Argachencov, him and Robertson got to play together, and they looked good. It was the Peterborough Pete's magic back together. Obviously, Hellickson, he had a good little tournament. And Curtis Douglas, the 6'9" beast, I looked into him. He did all right as well. He got the second goal of the game for Toronto against Dallas, and he's looked pretty good. I was quite impressed, actually. Overall, though, I think it's going to be like Abramov, Robertson, Argachencov, maybe Hellickson because he played well. All looking to make an impact with the big team coming up. But that's it for the Prospects tournament. End up being 2-0-2. Columbus ended up 4-0. Good on them. And that's it for this video. That's it for this Leafs reaction. So let me know, are the Leafs fans really that toxic? Or is it just the fans of hockey hating on the Leafs? 2, what are your thoughts on Gusev signing that PTO? And 3, what are your thoughts on the Leafs prospect tournament so far? Let me know down below. Cheers, everyone.